Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at, do they still think of you? And if so, what do they think about? So this is for a no contact situation or a past person on your mind. Any past person at all. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it can be. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. We have 3 piles to choose from. So for pile 1, we have Goldstone with the Sun card. For pile 2, we have Tiger's Eye with the 4 of Wands. And for pile 3, we have this Opalite Pendulum with the 9 of Swords. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, but of course, if you're asking about more than one person or you're drawn to more than one pile, there may be more messages there for you. So once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number ones. If you chose this Goldstone crystal and the Sun card, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at, do they still think of you? And if so, what do they think about? So this is for the person on your mind, any past person at all. Doesn't have to be romantic or a no contact situation. So have the person in mind while I shuffle your cards, and let's see what shows up here for you. Okay, so spirit guides on my pile number 1. Spirit guides on my pile number 1. For the person on your mind, does this person still think of them? So we have 4 of Cups in the reverse. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the 4 of Swords. The 3 of Swords in the reverse. The Ace of Cups. The Queen of Swords in the reverse. The Hermit. Queen of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles. And the Wheel of Fortune. At the back of the deck, we do have the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so my pile number 1s, before we get into what I see here, I do have a small favor to ask from you. In the last 3 months, 60% of people who watch my channel didn't subscribe. So if you've ever liked any of the videos I've posted or you like this reading up until now, can you please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet? It helps my channel more than you know, and I'm so grateful to anyone that supports the channel. So in terms of this person and if they still think of you, I think they do somewhat. So I'm seeing this person is healing from heartbreak with the 3 of Swords in the reverse. They're still healing from the ending of your connection or the separation, whatever you want to call this. They're still healing from it with the 3 of Swords reverse, healing their heart from whatever happened between you two. Whether this be a fight you had or a conflict you had or a betrayal or a heartbreak, or whether this just be something that ended on good terms that they're still healing from. They often think back to the happy memories of the past in your connection, as well as the situations that didn't go the best. I'm getting the word reflection here. So they may reflect on the past between the two of you and be trying to grow here with the Hermit. Be trying to, become a lot more self-aware and grow, learn from past mistakes, learn from past, situations where we could have done something better. So there's something here about this person being in a period of self-reflection, of healing, of understanding what happened, gaining clarity on the situation, so that they can have closure on what happened here. And with Queen of Swords reverse, this is definitely a no contact situation. I don't feel like you two are in contact with each other. But with this card and the Hermit, we see this man that is cloaked. So I feel to answer your question, this person does think of you. They do think back to your memories. They may think of sometimes reaching out to you, but then sometimes they stop themselves. So since the Queen of Swords is in the reverse opposite the Knight of Wands, there's this energy of like sometimes, like let's say they take a certain substance, or if they drink, or if they're just feeling extra impulsive that day, maybe they would reach out to you. But I feel there's something here about the throat chakra energies where this person has thought of reaching out to you, but they've stopped themselves from doing so. And with the Hermit, I'm kind of getting here that they may also be watching you on social media because this man is cloaked here. I'm getting this vibe of like watching you anonymously, checking up, seeing how you're doing. And there's something here about this person perceiving you to go through this glow up, perceiving you to be in this energy where you look very happy right now. I feel for a lot of you, this situation has ended either a long time ago or it's been some time where this person may think that you are starting to move on. Even if it's not true, for some of you it is, but yeah, I guess just take it as it resonates. This person may think that you're starting to move on, that you're starting to have this glow about you again, that you're starting to learn your worth, and you look like you're becoming a lot more confident in yourself. So I definitely say they are, visiting your social media or trying to hear about you from the grapevine indirectly, checking up on you with the Queen of Swords reversed, but not communicating with you directly. They do think about you a lot and your past memories, as mentioned before, especially when certain things come up that trigger them or certain emotions come up that urge them to look within and feel those emotions for the healing. They do think a lot back to, the memories you shared, the love you shared together. They may even look back to certain photos you have together or certain items they have that are sentimental to them. And I'm hearing it's about to rain as I say that. So they may sometimes feel very emotional when thinking back to your memories. They may sometimes think of you, but it happens impulsively where, like, let's say they're relaxing and then all of a sudden you just pop up in their mind. I'm kind of getting that. And I'm kind of getting the vibe here intuitively that, not from the cards, but intuitively that sometimes when you think of this person, they think of you. And when they think of you, suddenly they pop up in your mind. And my eye is itching, my left eye. So the eye is representing our perception of things. I feel like this person's perception of you is changing. And they don't know what to do with that because it's sort of like you're changing, you're becoming a lot more confident, you look a lot more happier, you look like you have this glow to you right now, you look like you are continuing to move forward in some way, and you look like you've grown and healed in some way, where this person can't quite tell if you miss them or not, or if you moved on, if you've become a completely different person where, like let's say they were to reach out again, they don't know if you two would click in the same way, or if this is a situation where you were just in their life for a season, and maybe you served some kind of purpose in their life with the Wheel of Fortune, but maybe they're not meant to dwell on the past too much if it's not meant to be. But I don't think this person's thinking of it in such a confirmed way where it's like it's not meant to be. It's like they're kind of confused on how they should feel on it. Like, if you two ever stand a chance in the future to communicate, or if this is something that is done and only served a purpose in their life for a reason, for them to learn something, for them to grow, and it's something they're meant to move on from. Or if this is just a separation, they're not really sure. They're a little bit confused, I feel. So let's take a look at the rest of your cards. So what do they think about when pile number 1 does pop up in their mind? So we have the Three of Wands. We have Temperance. We have the Three of Pentacles. I feel like there are things that have been left unsaid between the two of you, but they don't know if it is better left unsaid or if this is something they should actively speak to you about. We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse, the High Priestess, and we do have the World at the back of the deck. So again, with the High Priestess, this confirms what I said to you earlier, where let's say you think of this person a lot, you'll suddenly pop up into their mind. There's this kind of telepathic communication you two have with each other. This kind of like soul bond you two have. And when they're thinking of you, they may pop up into your mind involuntarily. And with the Ace of Swords in the reverse, I feel like they try to not think about you a lot. They're trying to look towards the future and not be stuck in the past, because I feel here with Temperance, they're trying to heal. They're trying to alchemize from the past, learn from the past, gain self-awareness, work on themselves so that they can create healthier connections for themselves in the future. Even if your connection was very healthy, they may just be reflecting on the past to better themselves and their connections in the future. So they're more so thinking about the future and what they would do better if they were to either be with you again or if they were to have things not like proceed with you. Like let's say things ended with you. What would they do better if they had a new relationship, whether this is a friendship or romantic, or whatever this is? Because I feel with the Ace of Swords in reverse, they don't really know what to think about you. Like, they don't really know if this is over or if this is something that still has hope in the future. I feel like they don't have clarity or closure here with Ace of Swords in the reverse, and they feel very confused. That's really what I'm getting here. I'm hearing, is it really over? So they're very confused. What are they thinking about when they do think about pile number 1? We have the Star. We have Justice. We have the King of Cups. We have the Six of Wands. Two of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. The Devil. The Seven of Pentacles. So I think they think about if they ever had the chance to see you in the future, would the outcome be successful? You know, would your conversation be successful in a way? Would you be able to work through maybe some things that happened in the past between the two of you, especially for some, if this person did certain things that were wrong in the past, or if you did certain things that were wrong in the past, or if you had a big falling out, anything along those lines, like how would it go? Like if this person was to apologize to you and you were to apologize to them, would you be able to heal it? Would you be able to work through it? Would it be a successful outcome? Would you be friends or in a relationship again, or would you be together again? Would there be hope for more communication in the future to sort of start over new and emotionally come to this place of rebalance? And come to this place of truth and honesty from a place of kindness, healing your connection? Or would it just be a situation where they apologized and you'd forgive them? Or would it be a situation where you'd ignore them? Or would it be a situation where you set a boundary with them? They're not really sure what to think. So they're kind of thinking of the future and, like if they had to have a conversation with you, what would it be like? Where would that go? Would it lead to a new door or would it lead to a closed door? A door that shuts very quickly. They don't really know. I see them like questioning in their mind. Is there hope or is there not? Like they're kind of like in the middle. You know how the justice scales has those two scales on the side? They're kind of in the middle and they don't know where they stand with you. I am hearing a plane go by, so some part of them does hope that you can move past those things in the past if you were to ever have a chance in the future. But I think some part of them is thinking about it in a way of like, if it is meant to be, it will be. Not necessarily, I don't see them necessarily obsessing about it or thinking about it too much. I think they're trying to not think about you too much because they're trying to heal with the star. They're trying to move forward, find clarity on what they do feel right now with the King of Cups. So they may reflect on their feelings when it comes to you, the feelings they felt before, if they have any anger, if there was a falling out, whatever the situation is, they may be reflecting on certain feelings they have. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Magician. We have the Two of Pentacles. And we have the Page of Cups. And your last card is the Fool. So we do have Seven of Swords at the back of the deck and Five of Wands in the reverse. Popping out. So for those of you that had like a very toxic connection to this person or falling out, or if there was some anger between each other, as this connection ended or separated, they'd be wondering if there could be chance of reconciliation with you in the future, or to right past wrongs with the Seven of Swords, or let's say you both did things to each other that were not right. Maybe they're thinking, would you ever apologize to them? And would they ever apologize to you? Would you accept their apology? Would you be able to move past it and, create a new beginning here together with the Magician and the Fool? Would you be able to move past that and start something new together where you're kind of like looking at each other from a fresh perspective? Would the connection be able to be happy? Would it be able to recover from the past? Would it be able to bounce back? Or is it just over? Would there be balance in the connection again? Would you be compassionate towards them and empathetic towards them if they told you how they felt, if they apologized to you? Or would you just be very standoffish and not care or ignore them or fight with them? They're not really sure what to think. They're more so thinking about the future and what it would be like if they were to reach out to you, and like what would come of that and your reaction to that. So let me just ask, since they're thinking a lot about reconciliation with you, will they ever reach out? And then we're going to end off. So will they ever reach out to pile number one? Remember, the future is not set in stone, and this is a general reading. So a lot of you are watching. Don't take the messages too much. Don't take too much hope from this, but also don't be too disappointed because things can change in the energies in terms of future energies. So spirit guides of pile one, will there be a reconciliation in the future? The Moon in the reverse, the Lovers, the Six of Pentacles reverse, the World, Seven of Swords, Ten of Wands reverse, Ace of Wands, and Nine of Cups reverse. Okay, so I'm kind of getting the message. Some of you watching actually don't want to reconciliate with this person. You don't want to connect with this person. Some of you are watching this just out of curiosity because you're not really like caring too much about this person anymore. You've moved on. Whereas some of you do want this reconciliation, but this person may think that you don't want it with the Nine of Cups in the reverse. So this is not something you've necessarily said to them or a piece of information you've given to them, but maybe just an assumption that they have. But I feel here, if their desire is strong enough with the Nine of Cups, if it was to be upright, like if their desire to reconciliate with you is strong enough, it could happen, but there's like a maybe answer here. The reason I say so is because we have the Seven of Swords, the Moon in reverse, the Ten of Wands reverse. So the outcome is a little bit hidden. There could be a reconciliation where you two make up, but what your guides are saying is it wouldn't be helpful if it was to happen right now. So maybe in the future, but not right now, because the vibe I'm getting here is this person still needs to work on certain things from the past that went wrong in your connection with the Seven of Swords here. They still need to end certain toxic traits or habits that they have, learn from it, grow from it, because they haven't fully grown or learned yet. They're still learning, they're still growing with Ten of Wands in reverse. I'm reading these cards intuitively, not just based on the tarot card meanings. But since we have the Ace of Wands in the Ace of Wands upright, sorry, that could indicate that there could be a new beginning, but then we also have the World here, which is an indication of perhaps an ending too. So I guess it just depends on where things go in the future, if this person grows from the past. Because the message I'm getting here is with the Moon in reverse, you're protected energetically from the person you're asking about, where if they don't learn and grow first, your ancestors are protecting you from this person coming into your life too early, because it would not be reciprocal, it would not be helpful for your connection. So if this person's desire is strong enough, they could reach out to you, they could grow, they could learn from it, they could end cycles of the past, and you could reconciliate. But I feel like they're very confused right now on where they stand with you. So I guess it just depends. It's a maybe. So this is where I'll leave your reading pile number 1. I really hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number 2s. If you chose this Tiger's Eye crystal and the Four of Wands, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at, does this person still think of you? A person from your past or no contact situation. And if so, if they do think about you, what do they think about? So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. By the way, it started raining as I got to your pile, so that may be significant to the energies. Let's just see what cards come out. So I noticed the Three of Cups card wanted to pop out. So for some of you, you could be asking about a past friendship, but doesn't have to be. This could, if you're asking about like a past lover, because the Four of Wands can sometimes represent like a spouse. So some of you are maybe asking about a past spouse, an ex-husband, ex-wife. Or some of you are asking about someone you had a very serious connection with the Four of Wands. For example, maybe some of you lived with this person or made plans for the future in some way, saw a future with this person, but also had a strong friendship. So I guess take it as it resonates, or this could be like a cousin, family member, something like that. So I guess just take it as it resonates. So spirit guides on my pile number 2s. Spirit guides on my pile number 2s. So it was weird. I could hear it wanted to rain in pile 1, but it actually just started raining in pile 2. So it was weird since we're doing a reading on no contacts. or past person. So keep the person in mind while I shuffle. So spirit guides of pile 2, spirit guides of pile 2. Does this person on their mind still think of them? Does this person... Oh my gosh, all these cards just popped up. So many cards. Let's just look at all of them because I feel like they probably came out for a reason. So, I did see the King of Wands popped out first with the 10 of Cups. Okay. And then we have the Empress in the reverse. We have the Hanged Man. We have the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Swords. Temperance. The Ace of Swords. 7 of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. Okay, so I feel they definitely do think of you, pile number 2. I'm just going to put the extra cards to the side for now. So before we get into analyzing all your cards, pile 2, I do have a small favor to ask from you. In the last 3 months, 60% of people who watch my channel didn't subscribe. So if you've ever liked any of the readings I posted or you like this reading until now, can you please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button? It helps my channel more than you know. And I'm so grateful to anyone that supports this channel. Okay, what I want to mention, since a whole pack of cards just came out, like, from shuffling once, this person's very eager. Their energy is very eager. Like, their higher self could be here in the reading, you know, very eager to give you these messages. And there's a lot of strong feelings here since it started raining as soon as we did your reading. There's a lot of strong feelings and emotions that this person still has towards you. Even with the 10 of Cups showing up and 2 of Cups, I do sense that. And I do sense a lot of pain this person feels on their side and some anxiety too about where this could go in the future. You know, since we shuffled and then the crystal went all the way to the side, for some, this person may have felt as though you pushed them out of your life or pushed them away, or they may have felt as though they pushed you away. Take it as it resonates. Or this was divine intervention if you believe this is a separation, or if this person believes it's a separation. Divine intervention for some reason, or divine intervention if you don't want this person back in your life, where this person was taken out of your life. So I guess it will just depend on what you resonate with, but it makes sense because we do have the Tower at the back of the deck. So I also see the Lovers card like wanting to pop out. For a lot of you, you're asking about a romantic connection from the past, or a separation, or an ex or something like that. And they do, like, I get here, they do have a lot of strong feelings towards you. Since it's raining very hard, you know, they may cry about you sometimes. They may sometimes think about their feelings towards you, and I feel here they may still have feelings of love for you, regardless of if this is romantic or not. They may still have feelings of love towards you, and they may, with the 2 of Swords, I feel like it's a choice to keep thinking of you, and the Ace of Swords means they're still thinking of you. It's a choice to keep thinking of you. Like, they don't, it's not something where it's like you pop up in their mind and they want to stop thinking about you. They choose to think about you even more when you do pop up into their mind. So that's kind of what I'm getting here with the 2 of Swords. But they may also be thinking of making a choice very soon. So they do think of you actually a lot, my pile 2s, a lot more than you even realize. I feel like ever since you separated or ended things, they've been thinking about you ever since, nonstop. With the Hangman, I'm kind of getting here that they may be waiting for kind of like an opportunity to speak to you again with the Ace of Swords. But with the Empress in reverse, I feel like this is your energy. Maybe you are absent from this person's life, of course, physically. where you haven't really seen each other much. And for those that do resonate with this being like an ex-spouse, let's say you have kids with this person, maybe you only see this person when necessary. Like if you're co-parenting, for example. That's only for a few here. So, this person does think a lot back to you. They've been thinking about you for a very long time, and I feel like they've been waiting for you to maybe come back into their life, or for an opportunity to speak to you again with the Ace of Swords. So they've maybe been pondering and thinking of making a decision to either come back into your life with the Two of Cups here, or to reconciliate with you, to apologize with you, set things straight with you, especially if something fell apart, if it was their fault. It's not for all of you, but for some of you, if it was their fault, then they could be wanting to apologize. Or if it wasn't their fault, if it was just something that ended, they may be trying to heal something from the past between the two of you, or trying to heal from the connection with Temperance here. They often think back to your loving memories together, the beautiful memories you had together, and what that love felt like. That's what they think about. And they often think about how similar you are in some way, because we have the King of Wands, Queen of Wands here, regardless of gender. They feel like you're very similar to each other in certain ways, and they feel like you taught them a different perspective of love. You showed them a different perspective of love because, you put in a lot of effort towards the connection. You helped them become more confident in themselves. You helped them believe in themselves more. You brought a lot of fun into their life with the Three of Cups, Four of Wands. You two, even if you were in a relationship, you could have had a strong friendship too. And if this is a friendship, you had a very strong friendship where it was always like laughter, jokes, playfulness, fun. Like you two could be yourselves around each other. And I feel this person felt as though every moment with you was a celebration. So they're thinking back to beautiful memories you have together of your love, especially if this is romantic. They could be thinking of moments you had together that were quite romantic. Certain milestones you reached together, certain big memories for them in your connection. They may even still talk about you to others, to their friends, is what I'm getting here. And if this is a friendship, they may think about times you had fun together, times you laughed together, just like your memories in general. I think they think a lot about working on things with you, or fixing things from the past, or healing things from the past, reaching out to you, but this doesn't necessarily mean they are going to do it if they're just thinking about it. So I'm not saying they're not going to do it. I just don't want to give you too much hope, because remember, we're looking at thoughts. We're not looking at the future here. So that's just a disclaimer I want to make. This person's not really sure if you've moved on or not. They're not really sure if they should be waiting for you, or for some of you, like let's say something fell apart between the two of you and you gained self-love after this. They may not be sure if you'd be willing to let them back into your life. For some, the High Priestess reverse, they're feeling very confused about the situation with the High Priestess reverse. Usually they know what to do, they know what steps to take next, but with the High Priestess in reverse, they're kind of questioning their own thoughts. I'm hearing wishful thinking, like they're thinking, am I just thinking in a wishful thinking way, or does pile number 2 actually want me back? Like if I was to reach out to pile 2 and communicate to them, is this just wishful thinking, or am I confused, or am I wrong in this situation with the High Priestess reverse? That's kind of the vibe I'm getting here, where they're having a hard time connecting to their intuition. And maybe you are too. Maybe you're not really sure how this person feels about you, or what their thoughts are on you or on the situation. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. The Star in the reverse. the Page of Cups in the reverse. So for a lot of you, I'm getting that this has been a while since the separation or ending between the two of you, and they're not really sure if there's any hope for the future. They're feeling very confused if they're just thinking in a wishful thinking way, or if there is actually an opportunity for change here. But I feel like they're disorientated is the word I'm hearing. Yeah, it's like this feeling of confusion. Like, I don't really know what the future holds. With the star in reverse, I heard the word pessimistic. Like, some part of them may want to reach out to you and communicate with you, but some part of them is also a little pessimistic. Like, I'm just thinking this, but what if they don't answer me? What if it's just not worth it? What if I should just move on? I'm kind of getting that vibe. We have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. I feel like they're reflecting back on situations where they were not very consistent with their actions, where maybe they didn't fight enough for the connection, or maybe there was something here about a fear of opening up. Like, Page of Cups reverse is kind of giving me this vibe of, I know that's not what the card means, but emotional unavailability, or like this feeling of like wanting to express certain emotions to you, but not really knowing how. Seven of Wands reverse kind of gives me the vibe of either being fearful of conflict or feeling as though we never fought enough for the love or put enough effort into the love. Maybe even wanting to let our guard down. That's kind of what I'm getting from that card. Then you have the Emperor in the reverse, the Ace of Pentacles reverse, and Six of Wands reverse. So it's like they don't really know if they'd be good enough for you. That's what I'm hearing. Like, am I even good enough to come back into pile two's life? It's kind of like with the Queen of Wands. They're viewing you as if you deserve better. As if, like, they can't really meet your needs, or I feel like they're down in the dumps is what I'm hearing, where they're feeling very hopeless and confused and lost when it comes to you, where they don't know if you'd be able to accept them as they are, and they don't want you to, because I feel like this person knows, for some of you, like if it ended up because of them, they feel like they know they need to grow in some way. They feel like they know they need to step up in some way. But it's like they're feeling very confused on why their actions were like this in the first place, on why things ended in the first place. And it's kind of like in some way they think that you'd be better off without them. Not because they don't want you back in their life, but because I feel like when they're in their relationships, they're not really physically there. Like, they're physically there, but they're not mentally or emotionally present. So, will this confusion ever end? Will there ever be hope for a reconciliation for those that do want a reconciliation with this person? Page of Wands. Judgment in the reverse. So I'm noticing Three of Wands and the Five of Wands in the reverse wants to pop out. And we do have the Five of Swords at the back of the deck. So I feel like they're fearful of rejection because we have the Five of Swords, Ten of Swords, and Five of Pentacles in the reverse. So I feel like they're fearful of rejection or fearful of you ignoring them, or there's this feeling of like, what if I do also start a new beginning with pile number 2? And what if the same things that happened in the past that I didn't learn from come back to the surface again with Judgment reverse. I'm kind of getting your ancestors are protecting you from this person, from them coming into your life unless they learn the lesson, because Judgment reverse tells me they haven't fully learned the lessons accompanied with this connection. So I'm really getting that, like, especially if they betrayed you, or it's something about self-betrayal in some ways, where they're not learning lessons of their own or growing, so they need to do that first before they come back into your life. So there is a possibility, but I feel like your guides are saying, if they don't learn, if they don't grow from it, I don't think this will happen. Because there's something here about you two starting the connection again, because right behind her we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the Fool, the Hierophant, the Nine of Pentacles. So there could be a new beginning, a new start between the two of you, but the old lessons would still come back to see if they've really learned, to see if you've really learned from them. And it would eventually bring your growth, but if this person is not learned and if they're going to hurt you more, it's just going to end in the same way. It's kind of reminding me of those movies where, let's say, they try to change the outcome in the future and they have many different timelines, but it all ends in the same way either way. It's kind of giving me that vibe. Like we can't, I think I read a quote this morning, something about like we can't use an old key to unlock new doors, so we need to generate a new key. But there could be a chance of reconciliation in the future with the Five of Wands reverse, Three of Wands, but not right now. And that's only if this person chooses to grow and change. That's what I'm getting here. So this is where I'm going to leave your reading, pile 2. I really hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number 3s. If you chose this Opalite Pendulum and the Nine of Swords, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at a no-contact situation or past person, any person from your past, and if they're still thinking of you, and if so, what are they thinking about? So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Okay, so I feel like my third eye has expanded a lot as I get to your pile. So much so that my head actually hurts. It feels like I'm getting a headache. But it's not a headache, it's by my third eye chakra. By that point between my eyebrows, above my eyebrows. So this person is definitely thinking about you a lot. They may be daydreaming about you, dreaming about you. They may be getting intuitive messages on you. They may have tried to get a reading on you. Or if they are intuitive but don't realize it, they may subconsciously be picking up on your energies, especially if they're clairsentient and they can feel into energies unknowingly. And as I said that, my window just opened on its own, which is really weird. So it's like maybe if they've tried to get a reading on you, they're trying to see if there could be any chance between the two of you in the future. And, you know, if there's anything here of them like feeling out your energies unintentionally, it's because they're hoping for something to open, like a door to open in the future towards you. Which is really funny because I was drawn to using the pendulum, which we use to ask yes or no answers and questions. So this person may have questions about you. This person may like wonder about you a lot and kind of have questions on where things could go in the future with you. Since we have Nine of Swords as your significator card, it actually came out reversed, so I'm going to read both meanings. Somehow, like when I was doing the intro, my boyfriend made it upright, so I just thought maybe it's meant to be both. But I heard the song We Could Have Been by her as I got to your pile. So let's just see what cards come out for you. So Spirit Guides of pile 3, Spirit Guides of pile 3. Do they still think of pile number 3 for the person on their mind? I feel this one. Two of Wands. Do they still think of pile 3, the person on their mind, temperance, judgment, the 8 of Swords in the reverse, 10 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, the Lovers. Some of you could be asking about a past romantic connection, but it doesn't have to be. You could have just been very close to this person with Lovers. Knight of Pentacles, and as I pulled the Lovers, I felt a solar plexus pain. Page of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, and King of Wands. At the back of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. And it actually fell down as I put it down, so it wants to come out. So before we analyze your cards, my pile number 3s, I do have a small favor to ask from you. In the last 3 months, 60% of people who watch my channel didn't subscribe. So if you've ever watched any of my readings and you like my readings, can you please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet? Your support means the world to me and it helps my channel more than you know, and I'm so grateful for you for just being here, so thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of the reading. So I'm kind of getting the message here that this person is very curious about you with the Page of Swords. They do think back to you a lot, so much so that they may actually give themselves a headache. Like, they think about you so much so that they may actually ruminate over you with the 9 of Swords and think about you so much that they become very anxious and worried. So that, I hope that answers your question. They're very curious about you, where they're asking questions about you in their mind with the Page of Swords. They may have actually gone to a reader and asked questions about you. I mean, we have Judgment here. So, you know, for some, they may have actually done that. Like, ask questions like, does pile number 3 still think of me? Where they're kind of like confused about you. They don't know where they stand with you. Does pile number 3 still care for me? You know, is there a chance for me in pile 3 in the future? I feel like they're very disappointed right now about how things turn out between the two of you. The way this person is viewing it is when you two met, you were both very young, or you were younger than what you are right now. And you didn't have as much maturity, the both of you, when you started the connection. Whether this be platonic or romantic, this is how this person's reviewing this. I heard the word review. So they're kind of like going on in their mind and reviewing the connection you had. The past, the present, and the future. And I feel like that's what they're thinking about. They're thinking back to past memories, reviewing over, thinking what could have been, you know, if they never did certain things to mess things up. Maybe you did too. I don't know what the situation is, but they're thinking back to if they could have done things differently, what would the connection look like now? I'm clairvoyantly seeing an image of someone try to write something on paper and they make a mistake, and then they take an eraser and they don't erase properly, so then the page kind of bends. Or a situation in which, like, let's say use an eraser and we do this on the paper and then the page tears. So it's kind of like, let's say we're trying to fix past mistakes and we end up messing it up even more. I think this is what this person's scared about, because we have 9 of Swords as your significator card. I think they're very worried about the future. I think they're very worried about what you think of them. They're very worried that there's no chance between the two of you. Very worried that they could never find anybody like you again. I'm feeling with the 5 of Pentacles, they're really feeling your absence. They're really disappointed because we had the Page of Swords at the back of the deck, but then behind that, we have the 5 of Cups since it fell here. So I feel like they're very disappointed and sad, and they're kind of like wondering how you're feeling, if you're doing okay. I think for them, they're learning big lessons through the feelings they're experiencing right now of losing out on you. They feel like they've lost you in some way, and they're scared that they never get you back. They're really feeling your absence right now the most. And for some of you, you may have felt that this person took you for granted, or maybe they may think that themselves. For some here, not all. And then they're really regretting that right now, or feeling guilty. Especially if this person and you ended on bad terms, they're feeling very guilty and worried of what you think of them. Like, if you think they're egotistical or selfish or any of that, that's kind of what I'm getting here. Or if you actually think highly of them. But I feel like they feel sort of left out right now and abandoned by you, or like there's no return. There's no fixing the past mistakes, because what if they fix it and just make things worse? I feel like this person has a lot of mental barriers leading back to childhood, with the Eight of Swords reverse, opposite Page of Cups, where it's like, I always mess up everything. Like, I see them thinking thoughts like that. Like, there's no point of me going back to pile 3 because I always mess up everything. And even if I did, would pile 3 even want me back in their life? That's just for some. But if nothing happened in your connection, nothing bad happened, then I guess they're just feeling the absence of you a lot. They feel very lonely without you. Because I'm clairvoyantly seeing, I think it was Friends, if I'm not mistaken, when two of the men, I can't remember the characters' names, I'm sorry, I didn't watch it so much, but two of the men in that series stopped being friends, if I was not mistaken, and at some point they started missing each other and thinking back to their memories and feeling very lonely. If you remember that scene, just let me know down in the comments what episode it was, or yeah, but yeah, I kind of see that clairvoyantly. So this person feels very lonely without you, and they're thinking back to certain memories you have together. So they do think about you a lot, so much so that it actually sort of hurts them, so much so that they end up feeling very worried and scared. There's a lot of regret here, either of what they did or what they didn't do. And there's a lot of ruminating in their mind and things they're telling themselves that are keeping themselves stuck. But with the Eight of Swords in reverse, I'm kind of getting this mental barrier is going to end soon. They're going to learn this lesson and grow from it. Become curious as to why it's there, what created it in the first place, and end that cycle. Because with Judgment here, I'm kind of getting they're going to end in a cycle to do with the mind, to do with the way they think about things, the way they think about love, things like that. So yeah, they're ruminating about you a lot. They're also thinking about how they've grown as you've been in their life, but also individually without you, how they've grown, because they really feel as though they've grown even after your separation or breakup or whatever kind of ending here. They feel like they've grown even after, because 10 of Swords would be the ending here. King of Wands would be who they are right now. Nine of Pentacles, I'm kind of viewing it as growth. And with the smiles here, they're also thinking back to happy memories you have together and the future. Like, if there could ever be a healing of your connection with Temperance opposite the Lovers, if there could ever be enough luck with the grapes here, because grapes represent luck, to, you know, resolve things between the two of you, if you would be open to it or not. So I feel your spirit guide's hands on my back. Why is this? The Hierophant. I feel like they're kind of representing that energy of what they're doing for your person that you're asking about, where they're trying to comfort their emotions and give them strength while they're going through a lot, because I feel like they are going through a lot emotionally. King of Cups. I'm hearing that song, Since You've Been Gone. I Can Breathe for the first time. I feel like that's your energies for some of you, not all of you. Or maybe this is just this person's perception, like they don't know if you're happier without them. We have the Hermit. We have the Eight of Cups, Strength, and Three of Pentacles. So this person's guides are trying to comfort them, are trying to bring them strength in this time. I feel like ever since you've been gone from their life, they feel very alone with the Hermit. They may even be trying to spy on you in an anonymous way, since this Hermit card has a cloak. They may be like thinking back to certain memories you have together as well, like emotions they have towards you and how strong the connection was. The Nine of Wands. They may be also thinking about the challenges you had, and, if they were to come back into your life, how would they resolve those challenges? What are they thinking about with the High Priestess? That kind of confirms what I said. Like almost trying to read into the future. What would happen? Trying to daydream and imagine, like, what would happen if me and pile 3 could ever, like, talk? What would happen? Would there be hope with the Star? Would they just walk away from me? Would they ignore me? Would they fight with me? Would there be more challenges? Would I ruin things more? Or would it be a good outcome? Queen of Wands. For some of you, if this ended badly, this person believes that you've moved on, you've gained strength, you've healed, and you now know your worth, where you wouldn't put up with their challenges anymore. But they haven't moved on because Eight of Wands reverses at the back of the deck. But that's just for some of you. But for others of you, I think they kind of think about the future and think, would pile 3 be their usual happy-go-lucky self with me? Or would they be very angry with me? Would they set boundaries with me? Would they be in their power and strength and, like, have those boundaries up? What would their reaction be like? Would they make jokes with me? So they're kind of thinking about the future and the hope of the future and what they wish for, because right behind Eight of Wands reverse is Nine of Cups. So they are wishing for something in the future between the two of you. Look at the Three of Wands, Two of Cups. They are like thinking or planning something here. And the High Priestess is confirmation of like trying to get a reading. So trying to get a reading, can we get messages on that? Like, what did they ask? Five of Wands. If you're angry at them. Queen of Swords. So I feel for most of you that actually went to someone and asked someone questions with the Queen of Swords. Ace of Swords. The Emperor. And the Three of Wands. Okay, so I feel like they're asking, or they asked, what things would look like in the future between the two of you if there's hope. I feel like they'd asked, if this hasn't happened yet, asked if you're still angry at them, what you think of them with the Ace of Swords, if you're thinking of them, things they've thought about on their mind that they worry about. Things that constantly replay on their mind, where they have to know the answer or gain clarity, because the High Priestess is opposite the Ace of Swords, these are things they wouldn't know themselves, or they wouldn't get the answer to. Asking like if you'd ever be open to them reaching out to you and how they can grow as a person. Like from the challenges you went through. Trying to get like an unbiased perspective on the challenges you went through, because Queen of Swords is like that unbiased figure that is very truthful and gives us a different perspective. So is there a chance for a reconciliation here for those that want it? The Fool, yes. Ten of Wands, the Devil, the Two of Cups, Ace of Wands, Six of Cups, Five of Swords, I feel these cards. Let's just get all of them. So, Two of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, King of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, and Three of Swords reversed. So what I'm kind of getting here is if you'd be willing to work through the situations of the past, if you'd be willing to forgive this person, especially for those where, let's say you had a toxic connection, or let's say this person betrayed you, or there was a lot of heartbreak here, or things ended on a bad way. For those people watching, are you willing to forgive this person? That's an important question to ask yourself. Are you willing to forgive each other for the quote-unquote mistakes of the past? Are you willing to move forward? That's a very difficult question to ask yourself, and be realistic with your answer. And if not, what would it take for you to be able to forgive and let go of that? Because with the Fool here, there can be a transformation and a new beginning. Since this little mermaid is about to go to the human world and transform, this person can change, they can grow. But that's only if they desire to, with the Nine of Cups. That's only if they want to do it. It's not from you asking them to grow and change. It's from them wishing to do it and taking initiative themselves with the Ace of Wands. They need to take the action themselves. They need to do work on themselves. They need to grow as a person first. I feel like there is a chance, but I'm kind of getting here with the Wheel of Fortune, the message, if it is meant to be, it will be. I feel like they will try to reach out in the future, but there's something about them feeling very insecure and being scared of, like, if you would ignore them and what your reaction would be. There's also something here about this person doesn't want to hurt you more, that they're not going to reach out until they know they've grown enough. So it's like the universe will allow this person to come back into your life if they've truly learned, if they've truly grown, if things can be different in the future between the two of you. Otherwise, like, your spirit guides don't want you to experience the same things, the same lessons all over again, the same things in the past that caused it to end in the first place all over again. So this is where I'll leave your reading, Pile 3. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye!